Okay, hi y'all. Welcome. Just waiting for some people to join. Good morning if you're watching the playback. Let's see, we got everything together here. Got all the decks. All right, if you're new here, hey, welcome. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Let me leave a little space in between in case I gotta write something down. We got Sag and Leo. Okay. Oh. I looked up and saw a lot of y'all. Hi, y'all. Pisces. Okay, it looked like it was more when I looked up. Welcome, everybody. Cancer and Aquarius. Y'all know the drill. Put as many as you need. Aries. All right, y'all on time today. Y'all said y'all wasn't y'all was gonna be last today, huh? All right, couple of announcements. I'm almost done with my astrology ebook, y'all. I'm almost done. I'm right there. The plan is to have it done by today, but I don't want to rush it because I want it to be detailed and I want to make sure I don't have no typos and all that good stuff. So I'm almost done with that. But the digital products that are up, we do have the astrology workbook up. All right. So the astrology workbook is up there. So like if you already are kind of familiar with birth charts a little bit, that is up there. Okay. So you can do that. I do have the tarot journal. So the way the tarot journal works is it has like little prompts and you kind of just practice day by day. Like say, this morning you pull the judgment. You go throughout the day, you see what occurred. You're going to write down, things that you experience or you're going to type it because it's general. I mean, it's digital. So, yeah, you're going to enter the information. That way it kind of helps you form a pattern and you kind of learn what occurs when you pull certain cards. So that is available as well. That's 100 pages. So it has different prompts. You have the daily card pool. You have different types of tarot spreads that you could practice. And then we have the digital planner. So the digital planner has calendars. They are fillable. You have, your new moons and your full moons on there. The astrology workbook is more detailed. So that's for the people that's really like, you want to really learn astrology. Like it has all the major transits from September 2026 to September 2027. So any conjunctions, sextiles of the major planets, things like that, that is literally day by day. And it has a list of all of them on one page too. So that's really dope. I'm kind of excited to use that myself. I should have started in August so that I could like test it out. But I'm excited to use that. I'm also thinking of doing because a few people liked like the video that I did where I did explain how to read astrology charts. So I'm just kind of brainstorming and maybe there could be a day where we pick a day and that day of the week we'll do like an astrology class with the workbook and with the ebook. And people can like practice, learn, and look at what the transits were for the day and so on and so forth. So thinking about that, brainstorming on how to do that. I might include that for like my members. um, so just trying to figure out how to do that, but everything is up on the site. Those 3 digital workbooks are on the site. They're fillable. They work on your phone, tablet, and computer. All right, so they are on there. They're for the upcoming fall to next year. So those are really cool. Excited about that. And again, I'll have the ebook hopefully done by tonight. Don't pin me to that, but it will be done this week for sure. And then I definitely owe my members more content, so I gotta do some love and career reading. So that's another reason I want to finish the ebook and have that done for y'all. Um, we also had our first Etsy sale, so that was cool. I like Etsy. Shout out to Etsy. I need to go ahead and put the digital products on there as well. And yeah, so we're gonna get started. Keep dropping signs in the chat because we only have 8 so far. We have Sag, Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, and Virgo. All right. So you said, can I help you with reading? I don't know if you just joined, but I did mention that I made a tarot journal. So that definitely helps people learn their practice and it help you practice what you're reading. It's a digital journal. It's tagged in my shop. So my link is in my bio. If you want to check that out, it's just $11. So you can download that. And I wanted a digital journal anyway because I'm the type, like, an idea will come to me and I gotta write it in my notes, or like I'll text things to myself. So I needed some digital products for me. I'm also thinking of coming up with like a meditation journal as well. So I'll just have like a whole bunch of cool little digital products that you guys can download. So yeah, so far we just have Sag, Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Virgo. Keep dropping signs. We'll get started with Sagittarius. If you're on TikTok, this will be up on my YouTube. It'll be time stamped. Oh, one more thing, and then I promise we're gonna get started. Please, y'all, leave a review for me on Google. It is down in my description box. I've been having a time with Google trying to like take down some of my stuff. So I got to prove to them like I have actually been a real person and I have really been selling these items. So if you have ever got a reading or anything, or if you, even if you just like the YouTube videos, just please leave a review for me. It is linked in my description. All right. So let's get started. We're going to get started with Sag first. All right, we're using the Life's Oracle and Life's Tarot. Y'all know that's available in the store. You can join as a member to get both decks. All right, Sag, we do have the bundle too. All right, so we're going to do the same format I did yesterday. We're going to start with what energy you guys should be in, and then we'll get nosy on the situation after we get your piece of advice. All right, so let's see. My voice going out. Y'all know I be yelling. Let me add Capricorn real quick. All right. Pisces is going to be third, y'all. I see my Pisces over there. All right, Sag. Let me move this over a little bit. Let's see. Sagittarius is. So that's backwards. All right. So what energy should my Sagittarius be in today going into tomorrow? Let's see, what energy should my Sagittarius be in, or what action should you take? Ooh, okay, observe. All right. So when I get this card, if you are working on something, make sure you're looking at all the details, but there's something that you need to pay attention to, okay? So pay attention, look at all the details of something. All right, so let's see. I keep seeing that envy card when I'm... All right, what do you need to observe here, Sagittarius? What do you need to pay closer attention to? Okay, authority. All right, I know what that is, but all right, literally, you need to... This can be somebody that you work for, all right? This can be a business owner, a manager, supervisor, anything like that. You need to observe something about an authoritative figure. Could be your parents. All right, it just depends. All right, so what do you need to notice about this authoritative figure here? Okay, somebody could be a Pisces. All right, maybe that authoritative. If you're wondering who, it could be a Pisces here. All right, we've got be different, relocate, and Virgo. Interesting. So let me pull one more. Yeah, I knew that was going. That's crazy how that came out. Wow. Okay. So I feel like authority does not want you to be different. They want you to fit in. All right, or somebody may want you to act like other people, dress like other people. If this is at work, somebody could have a problem with how, you're presenting yourself. We'll see what everybody else is doing versus what you are doing. All right, so it's something that you're doing different. They want you to change what you're doing. So let's see. What is the status quo doing that you are not? All right, we got a Libra. Let me write Libra down. So what is the status quo doing that you may not be doing? They're controlling. Okay, what are they controlling here? Their desire. Oh, for you? Interesting. This is okay. Sag, Taurus. So it could be a group of people that are like, so Sagittarius literally rules being different along with Aquarius. Sag being different is like a foreign energy, somebody else's culture, their other belief systems, things like that. Um, I know what this is for me, and I'm trying to word this in the best way possible. I'll give you an example that I experienced in the past. So it's kind of like, first of all, the people that are in this group, they fit in, they do everything that everybody else wants them to do, or they're doing something, I guess, that relates to other people. And this can be in the business field if we're talking about authority. This can also be parents, or this could be your parent wanting you to do something the same as everybody else. But literally, I feel like there's a group of people that could be not allowing themselves to be different, or they're not allowing themselves to desire what you are, what you're doing, right? So like for instance, when I did work corporate, management, they hated the fact that staff wanted to work for me. I was a supervisor, so I was in the middle. They could not stand they hated it. That is why I got such bad reviews, because my staff members liked me. So when I had to do my review, I got a 5 from the people who worked for me. But everything else was like super low, like a 2 or 3. But they were the only 5 that I got, was from people who experienced actually working with me. So it could be something that you're actually doing, that's well, or you're just doing something different. I feel like it's you're being yourself, and if this is you, like the desire to be yourself or the desire to implement something. But I feel like literally it is a group of people that are stopping, like holding back from doing something or being attracted to you. That is what they want to occur, because we have it going from be different to relocate, which is like actually transitioning the way that you act. It doesn't have to be a physical relocation. For some people, maybe that is what it is. Maybe somebody wants you to relocate to a different, area. The whole family lives here, or something like that. So that is what you're being asked to notice here. So what else are you doing as Sagittarius energy, as yourself? So just keep that in mind. And if they're in an authoritative position, then they probably do have control over something like that if they are authority. All right, so what else, Sag, are you, what are you doing as yourself here? Let's see. Okay, you got fantasize, you got Aquarius. I just said that it's like acting different. I literally just said Aquarius rules being different. But you have intuition there. All right, you guys, Scorpio and an indulgence. That's interesting. So I feel like what I'm getting, it almost looks like something that you're thinking of actually, I don't know, it's like, okay, this is what I want to do, and then you try to materialize it. Is sort of what I'm getting here, because it goes from this to this. All right, so we're going to get the tarot. You have intuition, you have yourself. All right, so let's get 8 cards, and then we'll see what you should do with what you are observing. Let's get 8 cards here. Hi, y'all. These are general, just so you know if you're asking a question. All right, you got the 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands. There's the Queen of Wands, so that's likely you. We got the 8 of Swords, the Hangman. That's the Pisces energy. All right, Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, another energy of you as well. And then the 6 of Pentacles. So it looks like, because this is a Sag energy, so it looks like something is, you would receive something. You would receive attention or time, energy, money, whatever. It looks like something will be going towards you. All right, we'll see what else. So what do you, let's see what you need to notice with the authority. All right, let's see. So what do you need to look at closer here? We're going to see what else you're doing too. Okay, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands. Yeah, relocate. Somebody may want you to start over. So if there's something that you're doing, they're like, no, just kind of start over. Don't do that. All right. Yeah, literally controlling their desire to either be like a Sagittarius, or controlling their desire to be, I don't know, attracted to you, work with you, whatever it is. That's kind of what it is. All right, we got the High Priestess on the bottom here. All right, so let's see what else. So now that we've noticed this, what do you need to do with this information, Sagittarius is? Let's see. What do you need to do with this information here? Interesting. The Magician. So you can still do what you're doing, but you may have to look closer and reevaluate something or switch something up. So you're still able to do it. Yeah, there's a Temperance. Somebody look like somebody's observing you now. Yeah, authority. They're watching you. So these could be people that you work for, work with, a business, things like that. All right, so let's see. We'll clarify what else you need to do, y'all. All right, so what else should you do with this, with the Page of Cups? This could also be like the way you word something. You know, if you're, I mean, they're watching, so say something nice to them, I guess, or let's see. So what else should you do with this info? And then we're going to see what they're observing. Okay, you got honesty and rules. So you should put your own rules in place. Sagittarius rules the truth. Yeah, there's money inflow. All right. What are they observing you do? It's like they're watching you. Oh, they're mad. So keep that in mind. All right, what else makes them mad, I guess? I don't, looks like it's a business or it's somebody else. Yeah, that you're saying something. So they're probably watching this now. It is what it is. It ain't, hey, I didn't make it up, guys. If you're watching me, I'm just pulling the cards. It's what I do. All right, well, what else are you doing in the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius? All right, you got Libra and Focus. All right, and Bright Side. All right, so I feel like there's a positive to this. Yeah, you got smooth sailing. So I feel like you have your own rule. They don't want to, whatever rules or regulations you're putting on something, they don't want to agree with it, or, you know, I feel like that's what it is. That's what you're doing. Honesty and rules. All right, you got smooth sailing. All right. But if they have rules and regulations in their own authority, like if the business has rules and regulations, just follow all the rules. It is what it is. Because it looks like you're already doing something. If it's that deep that they have to control or hold back from what you're doing, it is correct. Also, a lot of times too, something that I noticed when I was back in corporate, say you're doing something and you're not doing it exactly how everybody else is doing it, but it's still working for you. That's what people don't, they don't want people to see that, right? So you're working for this business, you're like, say you finish your assignment in a day and it's taking everybody else a whole week. They don't want newcomers to see you doing that, because that means, oh shit, I can finish this in a day. Okay, bet. It doesn't take 60 hours to finish this project. It actually only takes 8. So somebody doesn't want people to see you do that. It's an example. It makes other people want to be different, or it makes other people want to be themselves and things like that. So that is what it is. It can be anybody. It could be somebody you work for, parents, supervisors, managers, businesses, whatever. All right, so let's see. So what's the outcome for you, Sagittarius? Let's see. What is the outcome for you? Now I do see you with the 8 of Swords and the Hangman. You may have a perspective that you have to be different in order to receive something. But, I mean, I feel like you're kind of coming out as yourself with the Queen of Wands and Luck. So, and then Pisces, your energy, you are ruled by Jupiter just like Pisces. Yeah, it says I'm promising. If you're trying to impress, like, oh, hold on, y'all. So if you're trying to impress anybody, or if you're trying to get an opportunity, I will say that this is the issue. It just depends on what you guys are trying to do, apply for, create, anything like that. All right, so keep that in mind. You might have to also, if there are rules and regulations and you want to do something that's different, try your best to, I guess, follow whatever the laws, rules, regulations are. But they are watching you, so don't, you know, if y'all are at work, just keep that in mind. It is what it is. All right, y'all, so that was Sagittarius. All right, so we're going to get Leo next. Let me make sure that nothing froze. Y'all can still see me on YouTube because it went out and said reconnecting. So I want to make sure. Matter of fact, let me turn the Wi-Fi off on here. Hold on. Good. Alright, Kevin said it's reconnecting again, y'all. Y'all heard the reading. I just gave y'all the reading, so y'all heard it. You heard it here first. Alright. Anywho. Leo is next. Leo is next. Alright, let's see. All right, what energy should you be in, Leos, for yourself? What energy should you be in, Leos? Oh, you know what else, Sagittarius, really quick? Sorry, Leos. I hope the Sagittarius that watch the playback will still be watching. Hopefully the Sagittarius are still here. I'm just gonna speak on this really quick. I was trying to get back into the industry that I was previously in on LinkedIn. And this man already crossed the boundary and saw me on YouTube. So he was like, "Oh, you didn't tell me you were a psychic." I said, "Yeah, because that's not what this page is for." But you know, men, they can't ever keep nothing professional. So they gotta do a little extra searching and looking. And he found me and he even said, "Oh, that's attractive." So it could be something like that. I just had to throw that out there. Just keep that in mind. People are always watching. You cannot. Nowadays, it's very hard for you to have a personal life if you want to work corporate, okay? You know they're going to look at that social media. You know they're going to find you. So I just wanted to give you that example. I don't know if anybody else has things on the internet. Pay attention. Yeah, y'all. He probably watching right now. I know he heard me say that. All right, Leos. They always watching. They always watching. All right, y'all. Leo is next. So what energy should you be in, Leos? Let's see. Glad it resonated, y'all. Let's see. What energy should you be in, Leos? Oh, so you should be in Speak Up. All right. So let's see what you need to speak up on. All right. Yes, always. Especially to the ladies. All right. Your exes, everybody you ever talk to, they watching you. I don't care what you think. They watching everywhere. All right, so you have Speak Up, Leos. Let's see. Oh, yeah, corporate, there is no privacy or autonomy in corporate. There is none. I already know all my coworkers are probably watching the YouTube. All right. Okay, speak up is what you got here, Leos. So what do you need to speak up on? What do you need to say? Okay, solution. All right, so I feel like you may have a solution for an issue here. All right, let's see. So what's the problem? Or quote unquote, like what is the current issue? The issue we have is honesty. Okay, we're going to figure that out. What does it need to be solved into? So something may seem believable and it's not, or let's see. What does it need to be turned into here for the Leos? Oh, yeah, status quo. So it might be Sagittarius again, but you're going to, maybe you give them that advice or something. What is the solution to this? I'm assuming normally people are lying or something, because if somebody's being honest, maybe other people are lying about it, but what would be the solution here? Let's see. Oh, I get it. This is why. So if you're wondering, it's envy. So I feel like you're going to tell somebody that. You're like, yeah, they're just envious. They're just mad because you're not the same as everybody else. Because I don't think envy would really be a solution, quote unquote. Or because I have the card disrespect. So I feel like it's not envy. See, this, oh, yeah. That's what it is. They're mad. It's envy, the bright side, unpromising, and bravery. It's because you're able to see, either you or somebody else is able to see the positivity in something that's negative. That's what it is. So, yeah, so you're probably going to have to tell somebody that. All right. What else does this have to deal with? What else is the situation here? So that's pretty much what it is. What else is the situation here for you, Leos? This could be somebody else around you. Everybody doesn't know all the same people. All right. You said it feels so unfair because they're not paying you when you're not at work. My old job didn't pay me when I was at work. They, listen, they didn't pay you for overtime. They had us required to work 60 hours and they did not pay you overtime. So it was like, you might as well let me do something on my own. They don't even pay you for the work that you do. But tis what it is. Thank you, Batman. All right, so what other situation does this have to deal with? Let's see. But that was the industry I was in, though. That was the industry I was in. Yeah, relocate. We got conflict, partnership, and then ground yourself. Literally, I feel like there is a issue here. Maybe somebody wants to compete. That could be the issue, too. All right, let's see. Looks like it's going to be a little dramatic today. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards for my Leos. Okay, you got the King of Wands, 9 of Swords, 4 of Swords, the Death card. So first of all, with the 9 of Swords, 4 of Swords, I feel like that is the negative part. That's the positive. So like, even if somebody is worried about something, they're able to see like, okay, I don't have to worry about this though. Like, yeah, that's negative, but I don't have to worry about this part. All right, we do have the Death card. You got Scorpio involved, possibly. Queen of Pentacles, the Moon. Yeah, see, there's the conflict, the 5 of Wands. And then the 4 of Pentacles. All right, so the major cards that are out is Scorpio and Cancer if you're dealing with those folks. What energy will you be in? I feel like, too, with Speak Up, you could be here talking about this. I feel like this could be you and this energy. All right, but what other energy will you be in and Speak Up here? I feel like, oh, this is the honest person. That's the person that's telling the truth about something. I guess I don't know if everybody else lies. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're envious of. I feel like somebody's literally just envious of the fact that I guess the person is able to be positive. Because what else do they... So what... Let's focus on what is somebody envy here. What is somebody bothered by? Yeah, the Queen of Wands. That could be you. You're a fire sign, or it's the Sagittarius. A queen is a major card, so I guess it's just... I think that's what bothers somebody, is that somebody's still important or somebody's still able to be honest and still be seen or something. Yeah, people actually like listening to this person. I feel like, too, there's people at different ages, races, genders. They still like listening to that person. That's the issue. So where's the envious individual? This could be you too, Leo. You are a fire sign. So where is the envious people or person? They're the 2 of Wands, the Magician, and then the Page of Cups, and then the Star. So I feel like the envious person, it looks like they ended up fitting in because the Star, even though it rules unique identities, it's Aquarius. Saturn rules Aquarius. So everybody in that group is doing the same thing, or everybody in that group is fitting in. All right, so I don't know why they would, what's the point of being envious, I guess, but I guess I feel like that's what you're explaining to somebody. You're like, yeah, there's just envy. They're just jealous. So I feel like something doesn't stop somebody from doing what they're doing. It just... What is the conflict over? So I feel like somebody went and changed what they were doing and they ended up being maybe like internally conflicted. But what else are we conflicted about here? Got the 10 of Wands, the Ace of Wands. There's the Tower and the Queen of Cups. So somebody made this shift, right? Relocated, did whatever they needed to do. But then they realized... So somebody did this and realized something else about themselves or the situation. So somebody went and tried to maybe fit in, and maybe that still did not work. So let's see. So what's the expected outcome? Like, why is somebody envious here? What is the norm with status quo, or what do they normally expect to occur? Oh, Scorpio, the death card. So this could be literally like, okay, normally people change or stop doing what they're doing, or maybe even normally something's kept a secret. That is what Scorpio rules. Oh, secret. I'm a beast. So normally something is hidden, but this person is not, or something like that. Or normally, maybe even the envy is normally hidden. All right, so what's occurring with unexpectedly? What's occurring unexpectedly here? Flaw is something's not hidden, it's not a secret. Even me telling y'all that story about the dude from LinkedIn, stuff like that. Like it's obvious or it's not hidden. You know what, too? The person who's being honest or doing something right, remember, the whole goal is we want them to fit in. The liar has the obstacles. The one who's lying, something is more difficult for somebody to lie or try to fake or try to fit in. So that's the ironic part, or that is the unexpected part. So if you pretend to be something that you're not, or if you're lying or something like that, that is where the obstacle actually comes in. That's very interesting. So what else is the outcome for you, Leos? So this is what you're going to have to advise somebody of. All right, so the outcome for you, you've got money outflow, and then Cancer and Libra. Looks like somebody, okay. Oh, that's a lot of people. Aquarius, okay. Let me get one more. And self-assured. Okay, so the person that receives the money here has a good balance of being unique or different. All right, somebody has a good balance of being unique and different and being compassionate and caring. That's what I'm getting with balance. All right. If these are people, a Cancer, Libra, and an Aquarius are going to receive the funds or receive the money. All right, what is the money outflow? Who's spending the money? You guys may have to do this or something. You may have to pay money for something. All right, we got self-care, indulgence. That's interesting. One more, and then Virgo. So Virgo, it doesn't have to be an actual Virgo, but the Virgo represented in the Sag reading, the people who are fitting in. So something actually costs them more. So even if it's not actual money, it costs them like more time, more energy. Like if you're pretending and you're lying, that takes a lot to keep something up, right? I'll even give you an example because I was actually thinking about this today when it came to like content creation, and I was thinking like how some content creators, if their content is like a character, you have to continuously keep that character up. Like if that's what brought in a lot of people, you got to keep that face on. You got to keep that show on. Whatever that niche you're already in, you got to keep that. Like if I do YouTube and I switch the video, I'm not going to get the 2,000 views that I normally get because this is what I normally do. So if I want to go off path and do something different, it's not going to be consistent like that. So it's like if you already started building something up off of like a facade, you have to keep that up. Or like if it's like just say it was a relationship, right? Say somebody's dating somebody, you got to keep that facade up. You can't pretend forever that you act like that person. Eventually, say the relationship continues, you want to move in with somebody. When you move in with them, they're going to see how you actually act. So it's things like that. Or like even if we're talking about fitting in, like with status quo, right? Say we're talking about something professional. If you hate your job, eventually you're going to end up in a position where like, damn, yeah, I really don't like this. This really isn't me. You have to, like, you're going to be stuck in that position. That's your resume. They're not going to let you switch industries that easily. That's how it is. So that's what your reading's about. We'll see what that is. We'll see what that is. That's Leo. So far we did Sag and Leo. If you guys are watching me on TikTok, this is going to be up on YouTube. It will be time stamped. All right. Let me flip these because I gotta so that I know which is separate. Also, y'all can get your own deck and the tarot journal, digital journal. Everything's up on the site. Let me drink some tea. Y'all know I be yelling. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, Pisces. What's the time, y'all? I can't see. I think it's an eyelash in my eye, too. Ooh. No, we didn't do Leo yet. Really quick, because I know. Oh no, we did do Leo. I'm tripping. That was on YouTube, and it started at 22 minutes. But if you guys are ever looking for a sign, we don't go in order. So just so you know, we go in order of first come, first serve. All right. All right, Pisces. Pisces is up next. All right. What energy should you be in, Pisces? What energy should you be in? What energy should you be in for yourself? Okay, something's unpromising. You may need to look at... Now, when I get this card, if you have an offer or a plan or something, it may not work out. You need to see the negative side of something. All right, so let's see what's unpromising here. So what is unpromising in this case? Now, in the Leo reading, they had unpromising and bright side. So it doesn't mean that you can't go do something else, but we'll see what this is, okay? All right, so what might be unpromising for you, Pisces? Let's see. Okay, transformation. Okay. So if there could be something dealing with a Scorpio, they rule transformation. But if you want to change something, that is not, this change is not occurring. All right, so if you want something to change or you expect it to change, it is not going to change. Okay, so let's see. So what is the current state here of something? Let's see. What is the current state here, Pisces? Okay, yeah, be different. This is what you came out as. You have Pisces and be different. If you feel like you're different than other people around you, I feel like if you think that's going to change, this is not going to change. What is different about yourself or different about this person? Or maybe you want somebody around you to change. Maybe you want your child to fit in, something like that. But what is somebody currently doing that's different than others? Interesting. Focus. Okay, so first of all, Pisces, if you're doing something right now that's different than other people and you're focused on a project or an idea, I wouldn't change what you're doing, because if you change, that's not going to be a good idea. Somebody is focused. That's what's different. Yeah, focus and ignore out of your hand. Yeah, so somebody's focused on something. They don't worry about something that they cannot control. That's what's going on. If this is you and you're currently focusing on something that you are able to control, it's something you can't. Yeah, so what? Okay, what does somebody want you to pay attention to? It's almost like I like how that looks, because that's almost like literal. Like you're sitting there studying, somebody's like, hey, like poking you on the back. It's like, okay, I'm focused. I can't do anything about that right now. I'm going to focus on what I can fix. All right, so what's out of your hands here, or somebody else's hands? Yeah, danger. I feel like this is like something negative. This is going to happen anyway. Whatever this is going to happen anyway. Or some negativity, like it's some negativity. It doesn't. So what is somebody focused on? Yeah, perspective and then desire. So it's something that they actually want to work on or follow through on. I feel like too, this is the thing. It just depends on what the topic is, and we'll get another card, of course. But when it comes to negativity, like danger, there are literally bad things that can happen anywhere, anytime. I could walk outside tomorrow, get hit by a car. I don't know. It's just like it's like stuff can happen regardless. Like I can't control Because I feel like somebody cannot control this. It's not something that they would even be able to fix. So like changing the person, say they are like thinking outside the box, they're acting differently than other people. Even if they changed, something negative could still happen. I feel like that. So what else do we want this person to transform into? It could literally be like, not to make it like dark or anything, but it could literally be like, okay, death is out of my control, or like violence is out of my control, or like say somebody's worried about getting bullied. People get bullied even when they are the most typical, most beautiful, whatever person, they still get bullied. Like it doesn't, something does not matter, I'm assuming. So what else would this transform into? So if you're thinking about this, right, you're like, man, I need to change myself. You know, I need to act like this. Like, say somebody's getting you to try to, maybe you want to change so that, oh, I need to change so I can find a husband, or I'm not feminine enough. You could be as feminine as you want to. And if you get the wrong person, they'll beat your ass. It don't, like, something just doesn't, that's out of your control. Let's see, transform into what? And then we'll see what this has to deal with. Arrogance. Yeah, obstacles. Something would still be, why would somebody want to be arrogant? What? What would somebody be acting like if they were arrogant? So normally everybody is arrogant. Yeah, somebody's going to be triggered by the honesty here again, or triggered by this reading. That's what it is. Or it just is nothing you can do. Yeah, I don't. All right, what does this have to deal with? It's nothing somebody could do either way. They would still be treated that way. So this has to deal with restraint. And we did talk about somebody being very focused. See, Gemini, Aries, Capricorn, that's a lot of people. Literally, somebody is mad or envious that somebody is brave enough to speak up. It could have something to do with a Leo. What is the person that's focused, what are they able to restrain themselves from? Or I feel like that could be what we're telling people, like, no, hold back, you know, that's going to be dangerous. But it's like, that's out of my hands. Negative things can happen wherever you are, whatever you're doing. What are we restraining ourselves from? I might not even need the tarot here. Yeah. Laughter, blockage, and unexpected. All right, let's get 8 cards. So if you're wondering, Pisces, I would not, don't change something that you're doing or believing in, because it doesn't really, I feel like that dangerous part would still be there. Yep, there it is. There's the triggered part. There's the insecurity. They're upset. All right, Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and then the Hermit, 7 of Wands, and then the World. So this does come to an end. I don't know if there's a Virgo involved. We talked about Virgo energy representing being the same as everybody else, or the status quo. So we talked about that. If you're not dealing with a Virgo, that is the energy that is there. What else is, it's literally like, that is what initiates an entire thing. Is somebody being annoyed or triggered? What is somebody triggered by? Like, these are literally, all 8 cards start with somebody being triggered. I feel like, too, the person is triggered. We're triggered by honesty. Something can be proven. It's like, yeah, this is why you're triggered, because it's real or because it's true or something like that. What else bothers somebody in the 9 of Wands? Got the 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. Yeah, see? This is tied to, like, so the Sag reading, remember, they had unpromising and the bright side. So they notice something about authority. They get it. They know that. They're observing it. They were worried about it at first, and they stopped thinking about it. And that bothers somebody. They stop worrying about it. What is this person at peace with? I want to see what this brings to an end. Yeah, they're just like, fine. It's nothing. Literally, it is nothing I can do about it. So somebody's going to do something where they're solo. Or somebody's just like, I can't fit in regardless, so it just doesn't matter. I feel like that's what it is. Yeah. Page of Wands and the High Priestess. Intuition. Yep, the Star. So unique identity again. All right, what else is brought to an end here with the World? Let's see, what else is brought to an end here? with the World card. All right, we got Aries energy and self-care, Gemini. Somebody's just bringing up themselves or something. So somebody's only thinking about themselves. So that could be why somebody wants someone to stop being different or fit in. It's like everybody's not like you. This could be somebody, I feel like too, there is an initiation of conversation or somebody initiates a convo. So they're like, okay, fine, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. What's the new cycle here? And then we'll see what the outcome is for you. What's the new cycle? Yeah, self-assured. I feel like this is not needing external validation. All right, contemplate, there's commit, flaunt, and Pisces. That's you being different, professionalism, rest. So that's what it ends up being, smooth sailing. All right, that's cool. That's Pisces. All right, y'all. I love this deck, y'all. I should have made a deck years ago. But I did do it at a time where I was very experienced in tarot. So that could also be why it's clear. Because I don't think I would have did it the same way. No problem. I probably wouldn't have did it the same way. All right, so that was Pisces. We're going to do Aquarius. If the readings resonate for y'all, please leave me a review on my Google link. It's down there. I need to start linking. I need to link my Etsy if you're an Etsy girly. I have my decks on Etsy as well. All right, Cancers. Cancers are up next. If you're on TikTok, this is going to, and on Kick and Twitch. This is up on YouTube. It will be time-stamped. All right, Cancers. What energy should you be in, Cancers? Let's see. What energy should you be in, Cancers? Okay, transformation. All right. Now, this means you're still in the transforming stages. All right, so something's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to change overnight. Let's see. So what was going on before? Okay, disrespect. So disrespecting, if you're breaking some sort of rules or you don't have respect for something, we'll clarify what it is. What are you disrespecting or have no respect for here, Cancers? Let's see. You aren't able to break any rules or regulations. Now, we did talk about in the Sag reading that they knew what the rules were, or they're going to implement the rules or whatever. So what rules are you breaking here? What are you going against or disrespecting? Interesting solution. So you don't trust, like, so I feel like somebody actually can solve something and you have no respect for that. This can be also like you don't have respect for somebody's profession. Not to say that y'all are like this, but like, you know how people be talking down on people that's like janitors, bus drivers, all that stuff. Like those be some of the most important jobs. You want to go to a dirty ass bathroom? You want to, how else you going to get, you know what I'm saying? Like people will talk down on things like that. So I feel like there's a solution to something, but you just don't believe in it. Okay, so let's figure out what this is then. So somebody's a problem solver or somebody may have a solution. So in this case, what is the issue? Okay, the issue is authority. All right, so that could be the Sag reading. All right, or an authoritative figure. That's the issue. Okay, what? Okay, hold on. What is the authority? Okay. So this can be like, maybe you think something cannot be solved or you think something's out of your hands, but there's actually a solution to this and it has to deal with an authoritative figure. So it could be a parent, like maybe you're talking to your siblings about this, or these are coworkers. It could be a manager. What is the authority figure doing? You've got helpful and contemplate and commit. So something about this looks ironic. Something about this looks ironic because if this is the issue, if they're helpful and they're making somebody commit to something, okay. And then see, yeah, there's the triggered part. It's almost like the same person who's helping somebody is bothered by the fact that somebody is focused and committed to a goal or committed to an idea. That's interesting. Okay, what is this solved into? What is this changed into here? And we'll see what the solution is, because you just don't, I don't know if you don't agree with it or something, but what is it turned into once we solve the problem? Okay, perspective. All right, so it changes our perspective or our mindset. Okay. Our perspective on danger or warning signs. That's interesting. Because that's what, oh, that's what I'm getting. Like something seems helpful, but it's not. Somebody's offering help or assistance. And I feel like the individual, like the way this works, somebody was about to take the assistance. They thought about it and then they were like, well, no, let me focus on this. And then now this person's mad. So is somebody actually really helpful? What's the solution here? So you're going to have more respect for this solution. What is the solution here, Cancers? To keep something a secret. I guess it's I don't know. Maybe it's like secret sauce or like... the secret to making money? Or the secret to receiving something? What? So this is the thing, right? You don't respect, I feel like you do not respect something, but this person knows how to do it, and that's why they get paid for it. So like in any service industry, right? I can't rotate my tires. The mechanic has the secret to that. But that would be like me saying, oh, I hate the car shop. I hate mechanics and blah, blah, blah. They do this, that, and the third, but you need them to rotate your tires. Does that make sense? That's like all right, but yeah, no, they have, I guess they know how to solve something. They change. Because I feel like also something can be enlightening. It's almost like this person's solution or what they fix is, the issue is people always think that something is helpful and it's not. I feel like too, instead of going to someone else for help, this person's like, I can figure it out on my own, or I can have a solution to this on my own. All right, so let's get 10 cards. There is the High Priestess. So I feel like instead of getting the help, because it looks like the help is not... because I feel like that's a dangerous person to me. Somebody that offers you help and you say, well, no, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to focus on this. And now they're mad. That's, that's weird energy. I wouldn't want help from that kind of person. All right, so let's see. You said you gifted me, but it disappeared. Okay, that's okay. It's a thought that counts. All right, so let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Let's get 8 cards. All right. So, yeah, it's right there. Somebody is very upset, so this might be the theme of the readings today. Yeah, somebody is triggered. They don't like, this person has a solution to something. I don't think you're triggered. Maybe you are. Maybe, I don't know if you're the person that tried to help somebody and they didn't want to listen to you or something like that. But yeah, I mean, there it is. Like, I don't know if it's one person that's annoyed, but this is authority right here. I feel like authority of figures or whatever, they're annoyed because somebody over here is... they're annoyed. That's it. All right, King of Cups. There's a Page of Wands. High Priestess again. 8 of Cups, a Death card. There's a transformation. There's a secret part. King of Pentacles. It could be the secret to saving money or receiving money. All right, their intuition. Yeah. All right, what are you currently doing in disrespect energy? We'll see what intuition is telling us. So you're coming out as the 4 of Wands and the Strength card. You could be kind of partnered up with a Leo, or like you agree with... I feel like you agree with the authoritative figure or something like that. What are you transforming into here, Cancers? All right, so you're going to be the Queen of Swords. So this is what you're doing right now. You may cut off a partnership due to this or sever ties with something. Because at first, now you may be on the authoritative figure side. You're like, yeah, I agree with you. You're trying to help. But I feel like you're going to understand what this is and why somebody's not. Yeah, there's a Tower. There's a Page of Pentacles. So something shifts where I feel like, too, you could be receiving the help or something like that. And you're like, I view that differently. I don't know if I want to accept that. Let's see. What is intuition telling us here? What do we intuitively know to do? Yeah, focus. We intuitively know to focus. Okay, what do we know to focus on here? Or focus on a goal or stay consistent on a goal. This is Cancer. Yeah, a golden opportunity. Somebody has an opportunity. They're going to use their time wisely. They know to focus on it. That's just it. Yeah, take action. So I feel like immediate, like somebody, this is an energy where they can probably do it on their own, I'm assuming. But they have, like when you get golden opportunity, right? You have the time to do something. You have the energy to do something. You got the money to do something. So it's like for me, when I was coming up with all of my ideas that I wanted to work on this week, it's like right now I got the time to do it. My daughter's old enough; she can go get her food that I already cooked for her out the fridge. It's nothing I have to do. I can focus on that. I can focus on what I need to do, and it's about taking time or taking the action right on that time. All right, now when I say take action, these can be things where you're researching the process on how to do something that you want to do. Like, say somebody was like, okay, I got the time that I can go back to school now. I can go get this certification. That person goes, they Google, all right, where can I go to get the classes? Can I do it online? How much is it going to cost? They go and do their budget. That's what I mean by taking action. All right, so not rushing necessarily, but it's like taking the necessary steps to make something work and do it. All right, so yeah, that's what's going on. And also what I would say too, when I get intuition coming out like that, it seems like it may not make sense. I feel like too, the secret to making money could be focusing on an opportunity and taking the action right away. Doing so, like the longer that you wait or the longer that you contemplate or the longer that you kind of stay stuck, you don't take the action. Like a good example that I was thinking of, I don't know if I gave this example or if I was just saying this to my sister, but like when TikTok first was made, right? Thank you for the compliment, Starlight. When TikTok first was made, a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm not going to do another social media platform." But the people who went to TikTok, they made a lot of money on TikTok because they were the first ones to do it, and they were able to get monetized. They were able to get the most followers because they didn't sit there and think like, "Oh my God, here's another social media platform." They just went and did it. They just went and did it. So yeah, this is something that you're going to see though. I feel like this may be somebody outside of you because the solution that this person provides is perspective on danger. So all right, we'll see what that is. All right, that's Cancer. Aquarius is next, y'all. We're missing two signs. So far we did Sag, Leo, Pisces, Cancer. We're going to do Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra. And then we're missing Gemini and Scorpio. Do we have a Gemini or a Scorpio in here? The deck is available, y'all. It's available in the store. Okay, Scorpio. And I'll do Gemini last. Oh, there's a Gemini. All right, y'all, we're doing it general. Another thing, too, guys, if y'all ever have personal questions, y'all could do the $5 questions, either do through YouTube Super Chat or Cash App or PayPal. All right, so let's see Aquarius. What energy should you be in, Aquarius? What energy should you be in? Okay, dogmatic. All right, keep your same perspective. Keep your mindset, Aquarius. Do not change your mind. All right, keep your, like, what do I want? Your ideals. All right, whatever your ideology is, keep it. Do not change your mind. All right, what is this about? Your mindset about what, Aquarius? I don't know if you can change an Aquarius's mind, quite frankly, but I don't know who's trying to do that. All right, let's see. Oops. You got compassion and Virgo came out, so that might come back out again. All right. Let's see. What do you need to keep your ideals about or keep your mindset about here? What's your current perspective? Okay, the bright side. All right. So you are able to see the positive side in something. So something is going to seem negative. Now, again, I will say my Aquariuses that I know, sometimes they can be a little pessimistic. Okay. So Aquarius, y'all rule forward thinking, so y'all can be very realistic, very down to earth. But I feel like in this case, you see the bright side of something, you see the positive. Now, if this is your advice, that means that something will trigger you to make you want to change your mind or to switch up. Okay, so do not change your mind. Try your best to see the positive in a scenario. Okay, so let's see. So what is the bright side here? What's the bright side in this situation? What is the positive? Interesting. Have faith. So this looks very spiritual. But I feel like the positive side is something spiritual. That's my, like, spiritual card, like praying, meditating. I feel like the bright side is maybe it's somebody else. They're optimistic. I feel like it's definitely optimism. If you know a Sagittarius, the bright side is that Sagittarius reading that I did. They know. All right, they know what to observe. They can see it. We can see it in these readings. We can see it. It's visible, so we know. Unexpected bravery in Sagittarius. So it's pretty obvious. Oh, I feel like it's going to change somebody else's mind. It's almost like, okay, wait. That Sag knows to pay attention. They know that somebody's watching them, or they know that ironically that Sagittarius reading, or ironically something about spirituality, is going to change somebody's perspective. So you're worried. You're like, maybe they shouldn't do that. Maybe they shouldn't say that. Maybe they should fit in. But it's like by somebody not fitting in, it's going to change somebody's perspective, ironically. Could deal with a Sag Gemini, or we're talking about teaching and learning. We're talking about listening to somebody else, right? Communication. This can also be like somebody, this can be cultural too. Like maybe there's like an element of ageism, sexism, racism, and somebody gets to know somebody that's different, and boom, it's like, oh, okay, I didn't think of it that way. So something literally is going to change somebody's perspective here altogether. This could also be the Sagittarius, right? So because their advice was to observe this situation or observe this energy. So they may change their perspective as well. I do kind of want to leave all these cards out, but that's a lot and we may need these. So I don't want to. I'm going to put these here. All right. But unexpected bravery. Yeah. So look at the bright side. Let's, what's going to be the outcome for you of being positive or thinking positively here? Let's see. What's the outcome of you thinking positively? Okay, there's transformation that came out for Cancer, but what will this transform for you? So what's the starting point? And then we'll see what it transforms into. Yeah, rules. What does this transform into? So you're going to see what this is. Intuition. There it is. So that's the outcome. Either you're going to be able to follow your own intuition. Cancer, Sagittarius. Did I do Cancer yet? I did. All right, so re-watch those Cancer and Sag readings. Yeah, be different. Something that will work out. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. 8 cards. All right, there's a Wheel of Fortune, so that could be Sag, but we're looking back at how much time we have spent on something, but the Wheel of Fortune is a Sagittarius energy. 6 of Cups and then the Emperor. All right, somebody's looking at all the time that they spent being compassionate here to another individual. There's the new perspective. All right. The World, and then the 7 of Swords. So the outcome of something is going to end up that something does not work. I'm gonna show y'all this. I don't know if y'all was watching when I talked about what happened from the dude from LinkedIn. I want y'all to look at that. Look how obvious that is. Very clear. I love these cards. But anywho, really the 7 of Swords there. But I feel like all the time invested here is what we're looking at. And I feel like time is going to give you a new perspective on money with the 6 of Pentacles, or what we are spending time on. Let's see what the Wheel of Fortune is really quick that we're observing. In this reading, it's about time. That's why the 7 of Swords is coming out. So somebody remembers this. Again, like I said, somebody could manipulation and perspective. I was going to say that. Somebody wants you to change your mind. Stay positive, Aquarius. Also, you guys may have Sag placements. You might be a Sag rising. I feel like you're going to look at all the times that somebody try to change how you viewed something. What do they want you to view as negative? Or like, what's the negative thought you're supposed to have? And then we're going to see what the 7 of Swords is. I know that they're trying to change your mind. We're going to see. What? Indulgence and emotional attachment. That's odd. Interesting. Okay. All right, so let's see what the 7 of Swords was trying to do. I feel like something is protected. All right, the Emperor. So something is protected. Somebody's protecting themselves. They have their stance on something. They're not going to change anything. This could be somebody saying, like, with the Be Different card, they're like, no, this is who I am, blah, blah, blah. Somebody also could look back at a time where they tried to be the same as everybody else. It did not work. So we are observing the status quo. So somebody's just like, yeah, the time where I tried to fit in, that didn't work either. Or like, I might as well do what I want to do because it didn't matter. All right, let's see what the 7 of Swords is. What else was the intended outcome? Yeah, relationship, dating. That was in the reading. All right, anyway, but I see rules. The Hierophant came out. It could be like somebody wanting to partner up, date somebody. What actually occurred here? So we can see the manipulation is that's not working. Yeah, King of Pentacles. So somebody's like, no, I'd rather spend my time doing this. I didn't really pull anything sexual here. But that could definitely be it. Somebody could be celibate. Yeah, King of Pentacles and 9 of Cups. And then the Death card is 6 of Wands. So, yeah. There's something is successful here. It's a successful transformation for this individual. I feel like, too, the lie or whatever here, or the lie that's part of the manipulation is very obvious. We can see it if we take our time and look into something. Something just did not make sense from the get-go. We can tell somebody's trying to get a date, or we can tell that somebody's trying to make somebody fit in or whatever. Let's see what the outcome is for you, Aquarius. What else is the outcome here? All right, so you guys remember, this might be a good day for you to meditate. All right. So the outcome: restrained, smooth sailing, fantasize, and then triggered. Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that. We told Leo to speak up. I saw the Leo card coming out. But yeah, this would be a good day for you guys to meditate, take a chill pill, try your best to think positively. This was Aquarius. All right, Aries. Aries is next. Let's see, Aries. I really like this outfit, y'all. This is my first time wearing this together. It's like a little leather skirt. I was like, I should wear this out. But I ain't been going out, so I was like, let me wear it because I don't know when the next time I'm gonna go out. All right, let's see. Because when I bought it, I couldn't fit it. I was a little thickums back in a couple of years ago when I was slaving away at corporate and I was eating fast food all the time. All right, Aries. Let's see. That was not a body shaming comment either. I don't put on weight well, okay? If you have a good shape, you can be as thick as you want to be. If you got hips, I don't have hips. I don't have the proportions. I have to be small or it looks crazy. But shout out to the ladies that, you know, y'all weight goes to your butt. My weight does not do that. My weight goes straight to my stomach and my double chin. So, all right, let's see, Aries. Because I don't want anybody saying I'm being phobic or something. What energy should you be in, Aries? What energy should you be in? Okay, flaunt. All right, you should be proud of something. You should show it off. All right. So be proud of yourself, Aries. So what should you flaunt here? What should you show off? Looks like you successfully did something. What should you show off here? Okay, transformation. So maybe we put in a lot of transformation energy. So if you successfully changed something, go ahead and show it off. Let's see what the transformation was. What was the situation before? You should be proud of it. Nope, I didn't do Virgo yet. We're doing Aries now, then Taurus, and then Virgo. All right, so what was the situation before? Okay, we got golden opportunity. What did it transform into? So you took an opportunity and you were able to develop it. Okay, community. So I told you guys, there was a reading I did a couple of days ago where that was Aries advice. All right. So I feel like you took the opportunity to be around people. I don't know what you guys do for a living, but this would be a good day to promote something. All right, like say whatever, it really does not matter what you do. Whatever you do for a living, this is a good time for you to be proud of yourself and share it. This would be a good time to do a real estate video. This would be a good time to promote. You do financial services, you know, whatever you did, you were able to incorporate people. You took the opportunity to network. This literally with flaunt, when I made that card, that is about showing people something. So you have the opportunity to show people. All right, you have the community there, you have the people there. All right, what other situation is this for my Aries people? Okay, focus. So this could be you. This could be something that you were able to focus on. You completed the task. So you're good. All right, you got focus, partnership, and then contemplate. Okay. This could be a business partnership. I'm also getting two. Maybe you were only with your person. Like, you know, maybe you're the type, you get in a relationship and that's all. That's the only person you're spending time with or something like that. And this could be, you know, an opportunity for you to be around your family, friends, things like that. This could be about a relationship as well. All right, so it could be about a relationship. Maybe you and your partner get to show something that y'all built together. All right, so let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards for y'all. Okay, the sun. All right, Ace of Wands. So I feel like you got some information or something was illuminated for you. Could have been dealing with a Leo. All right, that Nine of Wands is coming out everywhere. Somebody is all in every reading upset. All right, so if somebody got information that makes somebody else mad, so I don't think that's you. I don't think you're in the Nine of Wands, but we'll clarify. So Seven of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Oh, that's the focus part. Focus and partnership. Somebody gets triggered or angry, right? Because somebody else has information or some information is revealed. This is what makes somebody realize that they're not focused. So I don't think this is you. I don't know if you show this to somebody, you explain this to somebody. We'll clarify what they're triggered by or what they're annoyed by, but it literally makes somebody think like, wait, hold on. Let me pay attention to blah, blah, blah. Why am I not paying attention to that? Let's see. So let's see what you were able to do. Where's your opportunity? So it looks like somebody's watching you do this, or you got an opportunity to do something, but let's see. So where are you at with golden opportunity here? So you should be proud about it. All right, there's Seven of Wands. You have community. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. There's a Two of Cups. So this could be you and a business partner showing something to a group of people, or an entire group of people is there able to watch. Let's clarify what else. What else are you able to show off here with flaunt? Okay, yeah, the King of Cups. Maybe you're able to say actually the opposite. Maybe you're able to say you did it by yourself. It could be a comparison between two people that had to partner up or something like that. Yeah, you got flaunt. Yeah, there's the Six of Swords. There it is, community. So this is a good, I don't know what you guys work on, but please promote it today. All right, that would be a great time for you to do this, okay? What? Who is this? A town hall meeting. What are you talking about? Who is that? But yeah, do something yourself. Show it off to the group. You're able to be proud of it. You did a good job. Who's triggered? Who's in the... Where's the Nine of Wands part come from? Who's in the Nine of Wands? Somebody's mad. I guess that you're doing well. Oh, somebody's mad that you... Oh, I see. You did do it solo. You did something by yourself, or you set that regulation. You had an opportunity to present something in front of a community of people, and you took it. And somebody is upset about that? All right. That's typical. I guess that's typical. I mean, I don't know. All right, what's the outcome for my Aries here? What are you talking about, Bobby? Who is that? We gonna have to hide him. All right, what's the outcome here? Thank you, Forrest Davis. All right, we got dogmatic, honesty, laughter, and have faith. So we did talk about Aquarius needing to be at the bright side. I feel like, too, it changes somebody's perspective here anyway. Like I said, like somebody's going to watch you doing something and that bothers them. I literally feel like it's because you did something by yourself or you took an opportunity. So this is at work. Take all the credit for it, okay? Do not let somebody else take the credit for something that you did, all right? Okay, Taurus is next. Taurus is next. If you're new, we're not going in order, y'all. We go in order, first come, first serve, in case you are wondering. So just to let you know, no problem. All right, Taurus, let's see. All right, so what energy should you be in, Tauruses? What energy should you be in here for yourself today? Let's see. What energy should you be in? This flew out. I said we see be different. We've pulled this a few times. So it may come out, but y'all know I don't keep the cards that flew out. Oh, that's why you need a town hall meeting. Okay. Sorry, Bobby. I didn't know what you were talking about. Okay, so let's see. What energy should you be in, Tauruses, for yourself? Okay, you got bravery. All right, so what do you need to be brave to do? Don't be afraid. In your case, there is nothing to be worried about right now in this reading. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being a member, by the way. I don't know if you saw my email, but I shipped your cards the other day. All right, so let's see. Or yesterday. What's today, child? The days just be. What's today? Tuesday? I be ripping and running, bruh. All right, let's see. What do you need bravery to do here, Tauruses? Let's see. What do you need bravery to do? Oh, okay. Have faith. Now, this typically, my card here in this deck is like a spiritual card. Maybe you are afraid to like have a certain belief system. A lot of people are afraid. Excuse me. A lot of people are afraid of tarot or afraid and believing in something different. But I feel like in your case, even if it's outside spirituality, in this situation, there is nothing for you to be nervous about. All right. There is nothing for you to be nervous about. You have laughter, partnership, and self assured. Now, if this is within yourself, you might want to do something that's like, if this is, because I know we have partnership, but be confident in these partnerships. Somebody that you're working with, working around, things like that. Don't feel threatened by anything. If you are partnering up with somebody, this would be a good person to work with. Um, but yeah, all right. What else does this have to deal with here? Let's see. What else does this have to deal with? This could be, that could be also friendships. Yeah, community. All right. Maybe you're afraid of like people right now. Maybe you feel like, you know, maybe you're going somewhere new and you feel like you won't make friends or something. Or, you know, or you're relocating. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Oh, they backwards. Wait, hold on. Some of them are backwards. That's what's wrong. Oh, I'll keep it this time. 2 of Swords. Okay, Queen of Wands. That could definitely be something spiritual. We literally did the Sag reading talking about authority. All right, so you may have a Sag placement. You may have a Sag rising. All right, so there's a group of people there. All right, Page of Pentacles. Somebody may receive something from this community. All right, so you may receive something from this community here on something that you are working on because you were brave enough to speak up or brave enough to do something. All right, we got the Moon. There's a King of Wands. All right, so now we got a pair. I feel like, too, the secret to something is being self-assured. Like, somebody is able to do something maybe in front of a group or no matter who's watching. They're going to be themselves regardless or however they're acting. It doesn't matter. That's only, yeah, it is a lot of people you're reading. King of Wands, 6 of Wands, and then the 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like, so, there it is. Somebody's teaching something in front of a group of people. This can be you. All right, so this is about teaching somebody something here. The major arcana that came out is the Moon card. So I feel like something is hidden. When you have bravery and have faith, you may not be able to see the outcome in this scenario here. All right, let's clarify, too, what role you play in this community, Taurus. What role do you play in this community here for yourself? Interesting. So it's out of your hands. So in this community, you don't really have control over something. So this could be like somewhere like you have to go to this school. You know, I know y'all are grown, so it's like when you start working, you can't pick your coworkers, or you know, maybe shit, you can't pick your family either. So, but let's see. So what else is that? So you don't have control over the community at all. You just, it's okay. What's out of your hands within this community? It's like you have to be here. You have to live here, be here, whatever. Yeah, status quo. Everybody acts the same. You're definitely coming out as different. So I feel like, too, if there are 2 different communities, you will find people that understand, you know, where you're coming from. But yeah, if everybody else wants to act the same, they can't. They have to, or let's see. They're going to be different, or I mean they're going to act the same. That's out of your hands. So like societal norms, the rules, something like that, that's out of your hands. Or this is your neighborhood, these are the people you work with, this is how they act or whatever. All right, well, what else is the status quo doing, or what else are they doing here? You have to be self-assured regardless. I'm promising in time. So everybody else is worried about how much time they're spending on something, but you're doing something different. That's odd. Okay, what but again, like I said, it's you're fine. Your card is bravery and have faith. You're okay. So whatever's going on with them, I don't think it has anything to do with you. What seems unpromising for them? Oh, we got Libra, intuition, and then Gemini. All right, and then self-care. What are they trying to do? What is the status quo trying to get you to do, or indulge? Indulge in what? Somebody wants you, they want you to be obsessed with something. Yeah, controlling. I feel like somebody wants you to be like obsessed. Because they're always worried about time, or let's see what else. That's interesting. What are they trying to do that's not really working out? They just feel like they don't have enough time, or and that's how everybody feels. Oopsies. They don't have enough time to do what? Oh, okay. Maybe like friendships, children, night, like things that are playful. You have because this is what you have is laughter, partnership, and self-assured. So this could be like a thing where people don't have time to spend with their kids, or they don't have time to spend with their friends, or like enjoy anything. What else is unpromising about this? Because what's the intended result for the status quo? So it's okay for you to be different in this case. The intended result, you have the Eight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and then the Judgment. Somebody's trying to indulge. Somebody wants to coerce somebody. That's what I'm getting. Somebody wants you to stop being spiritual too. I don't know if you have a certain spiritual belief system, but somebody wants you to stop being spiritual and like start drinking, smoking, get an addiction, or like something's odd here. That's odd. Hmm. All right. Well, what's the outcome for you, Tauruses? Let's see. What's the outcome for you? You got the Knight of Wands, Three of Swords, a Page of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. So somebody is observing somebody else taking action. So remember, they're worried about whether or not they have enough time. What's the outcome here for you? Oh, okay, money inflow. All right. Wow. Okay, so that's why you need to have bravery and have faith. Maybe you're worried about not getting enough money. All right, so sadness. This is not a time, whatever is happening right now, if you are in a bad mood and you want to take a day off, do not do that. All right, continue working, continue focusing. Literally, the outcome for you is you will receive money if you are able to ignore some sort of regrets here. All right, what is the sad part? I feel like too, the next cards were ground yourself and fantasize. What might cause sadness here, Tauruses? So you're good. You're going to receive money for this. It's okay. Yeah, there's fantasize again, commit, and then manipulation. Okay, so somebody may have, you may feel manipulated. It could have been a relationship or something like that. So try your best not to focus on your emotions at this moment and stay focused on what you're working on now. When you have bravery and have faith, that may mean that something is not working right away, right? So you're probably like, oh my God, like, this is not, when am I going to get paid, or like blah blah blah. Like, but continue to work on what you're working on, because at the end of the day, I feel like the group that you're around, something that they're doing, this is how it is for them anyway. So don't worry about that. Like, if you have to stand out. I'm also getting too something that you are something that you do that could probably bring like a company, a group of people, that brings the status quo the ability to have more time depending on what you do. So they may pay you to save time. That's typically what we pay for. We pay to save time to do something else, right? So it's like when you go to the nail salon, they can probably do your nails quicker than when you do it yourself. You're paying to save time. That's what that looks like. All right, so that's Taurus. I might need to go get a water. Hold on, y'all. Let me get some water. Hold on. Yes, Leo is back at 22 minutes. All right, so far, y'all, we did Sag, Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, Aries, and Taurus. I don't know why I can't help but to yell. I gotta stop yelling. I be trying to clip. I be like, damn, I'm loud. All right, let's see. Let's get some lip gloss. We're gonna do Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Scorpio, Gemini. No problem. That's always gotta be one freaked out person. There's always one freaked out man somewhere. All right, let's see. Virgo. Let's get into you guys' business today. Virgos. You're just in time. Welcome. I'm talking about you, Dolo. I'm definitely talking about you. Listen, this is a different type of page, guys. All right, I talk back. All right, calm down. Calm down. All right, Virgos. Let's see. What energy should my Virgos be in, or what action? Let's see. What energy or action should you take, Virgos? Okay, helpful. All right, so be helpful today. Let's see who you got to help out. Who needs assistance today? Who needs assistance? Also, if somebody is giving you advice, it is good advice. But who needs assistance today? Okay, have faith. It could be Taurus, because they needed to have faith in a situation. That was their advice. I think Aquarius also kind of had that energy. So what does somebody need help with here? Let's see. What does somebody need help with? Oh, okay. It could be that Taurus. That Taurus energy. Let's see. Ooh, triggered. Somebody is mad at this Taurus. Okay. This is ironic. Yeah, something's... Okay, so something's going to be ironic about this. A Cancer, if these are people, a Cancer might be triggered by a Taurus, but I don't know if they have that. But something, okay, what's ironic about this? Oh, lust. Somebody's attracted to somebody. You're like, wait, what? What is, okay, that, what does this have to deal with? Something's ironic about being attracted to somebody, or so. I guess we're not supposed to be. I don't know. All right. What else does this have to deal with here? I'm gonna clarify that. Okay, we got relocate and contemplate. All right, so changing a mindset or changing a decision. What else is ironic about somebody being attractive or lust here? The bright side and smooth sailing. So somebody may get something because they're attractive. Okay. What are you going to do to help somebody? Let's clarify. You may have those placements. What are you going to do here that that's helpful, Virgos? Okay, looks like you're going to give somebody money outflow. Okay, you're going to help somebody financially. Okay. We got triggered, so maybe somebody doesn't want to get, oh, this looks, I feel like somebody doesn't want to support somebody because they're attracted to them. Because the ironic part is lust. The ironic part is that somebody is attractive and that triggers somebody, that bothers somebody. What? I mean, that's typical. It depends. Like certain workplaces, if you're dressed nice or things like that, they definitely will hold that against you. But let's see. Just we'll see what it is. All right, let's get 8 cards. Okay, so we got the 9 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles. So this person is getting more information here. All right, so somebody's getting more information. They're going to decide to start over. All right, they're going to do a redo. Let's see what else. All right, 4 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, a Page of Wands, and then a Page of Cups. So this could be a Cancer here with Page of Cups. I do see like communication being involved, definitely. So we're going to see. Looks like somebody's fussing a little bit, the way that looks. So we're going to see. All right, but somebody's looking at something. They're going to get more information. They're going to redo it or transform it and start over. What? There could be something dealing with a Scorpio here. That could also represent you just paying here. What? Because this person looks like they're teaching or giving information. What else is the 9 of Pentacles doing? Okay, there's the confidence part, King of Wands. Like somebody, yeah, there's the trigger. Somebody is triggered because they're turned on by somebody. That's weird. What? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. What? Okay, wait. What's the lust part? Let me see. What's the lust part? Somebody's attracted to somebody or something. Yeah, there's a new perspective on what somebody is receiving. You got the 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands. So somebody is receiving attention. So maybe somebody's like, why are they mad? Or it's like somebody's getting attention because they're attractive. Or like the issue underhand, like the reason you have to help somebody is because of lust, is because they're attractive. What else would triggered? What bothers somebody? Now, this could also be a thing. Maybe somebody does not know they're attractive and they may feel insecure. Somebody may feel insecure next to somebody else, but really that person is more attractive or something like that, or just as attractive. But okay. All right, but just give the money. Maybe you paying for something is a result of lust. It just depends. Thank you for the gift. What is somebody triggered by here? Let's see. There's the rules. Yeah, I just told Taurus to have faith, or I told Taurus they may want to do something spiritual for themselves. They may pray, meditate, pull their own cards, something like that. But that is literally, so somebody knows, okay, this is the thing. If somebody got spiritual consultation, right, they know to hold back on something, or they know to hold on to something. Or like if somebody was like, let me sit here and think about this, right? We got to contemplate. Let me sit, let me look at everything. Let me really think through, look at all the details. They, in the end, they decide to hold back or withhold Four of Pentacles. Like that is literally what somebody decides to do here. Okay. Where are you at here? Okay, so right now you're in the Eight of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So you just have a perspective of saving money, but the solution is to pay somebody. So who are you giving money to, and why is the money, why would that solve it? Or there you go. There's the Hermit right there. You're like, no, I don't want to give any money or something. I mean, I don't know. That's what you're supposed to do to help somebody. Who are you trying to help? It could be a Taurus or a Cancer. Who are you supposed to help here? Something about this is supposed to be a secret, so I'm going to leave it there. But that's it. That's who you're helping. Okay, that's the energy you're supposed to be in. Now, that is advice. So you came out as the Eight of Swords. You may not want to do that, okay? You may not want to financially help, but that was just advice. You still have free will, everybody. You still got free will. All right, so let's see. Capricorn is next. Let's see Capricorns. Let's timestamp it. 103. If you're watching on TikTok, this is up on my YouTube, y'all. All right, Capricorns. What energy, what's the most important piece of advice for you guys? What energy should you be in? Okay, you should look at the bright side. Okay, so if you're dealing with Aquarius, they had that advice as well. Okay, so what is the situation at hand? What's going on? So if something goes on negatively, try to calm yourself down. It's easier said than done, but so what's going on here? Something may be negative or just not going your way. Okay, so what's going on is relocate. You may have to change something, switch something up. What's the starting point? Or you could have physically relocated or moved, but ooh, what's the starting point here? Okay, we've got Virgo. And then where do we go, or what do we relocate to? So we got Virgo or Virgo energy. Interesting. Okay, partnership. Now maybe literally a Virgo left and they got into a relationship. That could be what it is. If you're wondering, maybe a Virgo went and got into a relationship, or you're leaving. Maybe you're leaving a Virgo and going into another partnership. Okay, but so what's the negative part? Since you have to look at the bright side, must mean that something might be negative. All right, so y'all are so weird. Men are so weird, bruh. It's like, it be gross. All right, let's see. What's the what's the negative part here, Capricorns? Helpful. We talked about Virgo is supposed to help. That was their advice. That does not mean they're going to do it. I feel like too the negative part is that something actually is not helpful. So rules. So I feel like somebody's help comes with like ultimatums. You're not really going to get real rules here. I mean, you're not really getting real help. Like the assistance only comes if you follow certain rules. So that's the negative part. Now, of course, maybe the positive part is maybe the rules actually, you know, put some boundaries in place for you. So what is the bright side here, Capricorns? Let's see. Let me get rid of the weirdo today. I'm going to start getting rid of the weird men, okay? Especially if they in here for free. This is why a lot of men don't realize why they have to pay to play. It's because their character is terrible and they're annoying. That's why. If you're wondering, man, that's why. All right, let's see. So what's the bright side here? Welcome. What's the bright side here? Okay, time. Okay, you have more time to do something. If you're wondering if you can fix something, you do. You have time to fix it. Okay, let's see. What should you use with your time? All right, so if you're wondering, you're not running out of time here. What do you have time to do? Let's see. Yeah, these are general. We got ground yourself. What else? What do you have time to do, or what can you use with your time wisely? Maybe you're sad somebody left or something like that. Let's see. Triggered indulgence, be different, and then status quo. Okay. I'm assuming that something that you're doing that's different allows you, it affords you more time here. So that's the bright side. Okay, let's see. So if something's wrong or you feel like something didn't go the way that you need to go, you are able to fix it. Okay, yeah, it looks like a partnership or a relationship. Maybe you, but that's where we're going is a relationship. All right, Two of Cups, the Chariot, the Ace of Swords. There could be a new perspective on a partnership dealing with a Cancer. They are your opposite sign. All right, Eight of Wands, Four of Swords, Seven of Swords, a Fool, and then the Page of Wands. All right, so I feel like you're talking to a Cancer more or something like that. Maybe you get to redo something. You guys get to talk, things like that. But I feel like literally somebody relocated for a relationship too. Somebody may have done that. Maybe you feel like somebody moved on or they left or something. They ended up in another relationship. But I feel like somebody literally relocated or physically relocated in a new relationship. All right, so we got a new perspective on the Eight of Wands. What was our old perspective here? Because we have clarity. Yeah, okay, so how you view time, literally. So if you feel like you're running out of time, Capricorn, you're not. Capricorn also, I've heard of it being like father time, like Saturn, things like that. Like, yeah, okay. If you're wondering, you're still young enough to do something, maybe something, I feel like something saves you time. Maybe you feel like you're old or, you know, what else can you do with your time here, Capricorns? There could have been something dealing with a Gemini, but what else do you have to do with that you can do with your time here? Yeah, there's Virgo energy, the Strength, Seven of Wands, and then the Empress. This could be about you thinking about age just because this comes with wisdom. This could be too like, yeah, I put my time in already. You know, I have the wisdom to show for it. But I feel like if you're wondering about age or something like that, you're still alive. Maybe that's what you need to hear. Like every time you wake up, you have more time to do something. You have more time to fix something. Because it's like for you, what's negative here? Something actually frees more time up for you. Let's see. Thank you. What's the negative part? Oh, maybe that you're alone. You feel alone. Feel like you're doing something by yourself. Let's see what your perspective on time was before. Because it's like maybe you felt like you were running out of time. You didn't have time to achieve certain goals or do certain things. So maybe like say somebody has a kid, right? Thank you for the gift. Say somebody has a child and you're sad because your child is, they're older and they moved out or they, they went off to college or something like that. Like now you have all this free time to do the things that you didn't get to do. How did you view time before? Maybe you feel like something's going by so fast. Also, like maybe your day went by really fast, but think back to all the things that you were productive on, right? You're like, okay, well, at least I was able to do that. I wish I had more time to do blah, blah, blah. All right, so what's your old perspective on timing? Yeah, you had a trapped perspective. Maybe you just felt like you didn't have any time. Okay, how are you going to view it now? Or what are you going to do with your time now? And then we'll see the outcome for you. Yeah, solution. Okay. Solution, self-care, and professionalism. Maybe you're able to make something look better, make something look more professional. You're able to fix something better here for yourself. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you have time to find a solution. If something didn't work out, you're okay. You're going to be able to fix it. I do see you being able to start something over. Let me clarify the Seven of Swords because it looked like maybe something you did, it doesn't work. If you're wondering, you have time to find the solution. Maybe you have to get somebody else to do something for you that you want to do yourself, and they're able to solve it quicker. What's the intended outcome with the Seven of Swords, real quick? Okay, yeah, focus. Okay, focus on what you're trying to. Yeah, this is about like a. Okay, do not. Yeah, don't. Oh, the intention is to get you to focus on some sort of conflict or a fight. And then you try to rush, so you take action. You have time. Don't rush. What's actually occurring? Or maybe you feel like that. You're like, "Ugh, I'm running out of time. I got to hurry up." Like, still take your time and do something professional, or still take your time and look at all the details of something. What's actually going to occur here? All right, you got Taurus. All right, secret. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. All right, you're good. Okay, that was Capricorn. Libra. Libra is next. I just saw that you said you got 1,000 years ago. Let me tell you something. I don't want to be here for 1,000 years. All right. I don't need that much time. Okay. People are crazy. I don't need that much. Give me a good 90, maybe 100 if I'm feeling spicy. All right, let's see. God or universe willing. Or health willing as well. Libras, y'all are next. Let's see. Drink some water. You want 120 years. All right now. More power to you. That's too long for me. All right. My family members live pretty long too, so they live to be like 90, 94. So that's good enough. That's enough time for me. Okay, let's see. Libra. Let's see, Libra. What energy should you be in, Libras, for yourself? What energy should you be in? Okay, Leo. If this is a person that you know, I would take advice from a Leo. You're going to have a conversation with them. If you have a Leo placement, So say you're a Leo rising, it's good for you to go out in public, do something in person, make a good impression. If you have a Leo moon, you might want to keep something to yourself and keep it private or keep it intimate. But again, another thing, y'all know that Leo is your pride, your ego, being proud of yourself. Look where Leo is in your chart. But if this is a person, looks like they're going to give you advice or show you some example here. So let's see. Oh, Leo. Leo's reading was that they're going to tell somebody, like, yeah, somebody is envious because you're able to speak up or something like that. Watch the Leo reading. I just told you, so I don't need to put it in the description. But yeah, watch the Leo reading. All right, what else is the Leo going to advise you to do here, though, Libras? This can also be somebody that did something by themselves. You guys rule partnerships and relationships. All right, so what is the Leo going to advise you to do? Okay, they're going to tell you to fantasize and commit. Okay, so they're going to tell you to commit to a goal that you're thinking about. All right, what is the goal that you're trying to do? Okay. What is this situation here? Interesting. Ground yourself. So I feel like somebody outside of you. Normally, I don't take the cards that flip, but that went with fantasize. Normally, I feel like somebody outside of you is telling you to be more realistic. But if you have fantasize and commit, I feel like this is a goal that is attainable. All right, what maybe you saw somebody do something in their wildest dreams and they were able to do it. You know what I noticed too, no matter what industry it is, I feel like the difference between people who accomplish stuff and the people who don't, they just the person who's accomplishing the thing, they just go do it. Um like, or they're just not afraid to do it more so. Like, what's a good example? It's like Cardi B is in the position that she's in because she was brave enough to be a stripper and post about it. Like she started on like Vine. That's where she started. So it's like, and now she's like the number one female rapper selling out stadiums, things like that. And it's just like there are probably other women that was with her in the strip club. They was probably like, no, I ain't going to rap, or no, I ain't going to get no boob job. But she went and did it and it worked. So it's something like that. Like something may seem crazy. But what are you fantasizing about here, Libras? Oh, she's a Libra. I did not do that on purpose. I think, yeah, she's a Libra. All right, but what are you fantasizing about? What would you like to have for yourself here? So it looks like it is a goal. Okay, speak up. That was Leo's advice, or that's what the advice they were given. I feel like you want to speak on something. Okay, so you got partnership, obstacles, and then self-assured. So again, I said Leo may have did something by themselves. You guys rule partnership. I just said it. Maybe you need to speak on the difficulties of like some sort of partnership, business partnership, relationship. All right, you want to actually talk about it. What do you want to talk about here? I feel like you overcame some sort of obstacle and now you're more confident. Yeah, laughter. Okay. Maybe somebody wants to be, I don't know, maybe somebody wants to do comedy or something. Or singing or whatever. All right, let's get 8 cards. But yeah, the thing that you're thinking about, go ahead and commit to it. Focus on that. Oh, you know what else too? Hold on. I got to flip it the other way. Because I have commitment and partnership. So if somebody's fantasizing about like a relationship, maybe somebody's going to talk about like the obstacles that it takes to be in a relationship or something like that. So I just got to point that out. Is, you know, it can go 2 ways. These are general. All right, let's see. Maybe somebody gave you some advice or the partnership or a relationship. All right, let's get 8 cards, Libras. Okay, King of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. I do see somebody's giving somebody like an ultimatum for an opportunity. Somebody kind of wants someone to change something that they're doing for themselves. They want to get an opportunity here. I had 3 of Cups, the Moon, the World, and then the Knight of Cups. if there are women involved, I feel like these women can see something very visibly with the moon. What was hidden before with the moon card? I do feel like something is obvious, but what was kind of hidden here? Okay, we got the Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords, being worried. Yeah, there's your fantasy. There's the fantasy part. What are you fantasizing about? Or what were we fantasizing about here? Okay, I'm getting like confidence, self-assured is what we pulled. So I feel like there's a goal that you want to show off. Okay. Let's see what cycle is brought to an end with the World card here. So I feel like now that's not hidden anymore. I feel like that is the secret to creating something here. Looks like somebody may try to convince you to do something as well. All right, but what's going to be brought to an end here for you, Libras? Yeah, unexpected. Now, this may be unexpected, but I feel like something's not a shock because it looks like it's right there. What's typically unexpected here? Yeah, you got helpful. So what are you going to be able to expect moving forward? Yeah, do it solo. Okay. So that's why I was saying a partnership has obstacles. Leo rules doing something by themselves. Libras like to do things together. Like they like partnerships or they like people. But I feel like in this scenario, it would be better for you to accomplish something alone just for right now. What would you be able to create by yourself? Because here's the thing too, the way you should look at it too is like this is your goal, Libra. So it's like if this is something that you're fantasizing about, everybody does not have the same commitment or the same like desire to accomplish what you're accomplishing. So you do have to be wary of that when it comes to a partnership. All right, it just depends. All right, what else are you able to complete here? Okay, you got flaunt. We saw Aries had that as well. You got Taurus, lust, and self-care. All right, so something may be more attractive when you do it alone. It just depends. Just depends. All right, so that was Libra. We got Scorpio and Gemini are the last two signs. The moon is in Scorpio today too, y'all. So the moon is in Scorpio. We did pull secret a few times. All right, Scorpio. What energy should you be in here, Scorpios? What energy should you be in for the Scorpios? Okay, incomplete. So when I get that, if you were working on something or doing something, there is a piece missing. All right, so you need to figure out what's missing in your plan. All right, let's see. What's missing here? Laughter. Interesting. So if you literally feel incomplete within yourself, maybe you just haven't laughed in a long time. You haven't done something fun in a long time. You haven't, or if you're trying to do something, maybe it's not funny or it's not helpful. Let's see, what are we trying to accomplish? So something may not be funny or it's not helpful, or just for you, you haven't been able to do anything like that's funny, helpful, enjoyable. So make sure you're enjoying yourself. But what's the intended outcome here, Scorpio? You got intuition and bravery, danger and envy, and then take action. I told him that I don't know if you're dealing with a Taurus because that's your opposite sign. I told Taurus to be brave. It's something that they are supposed to do. Maybe, oh, I see. Maybe you're trying to scare somebody. Somebody's already brave. You're trying to scare them or warn them or. Okay, I'll leave the danger part. Maybe you want somebody to be afraid. The part that's missing is laughter. Okay, so if you're, I don't know why this is coming out. Like if you're trying to play a joke on somebody, it's not funny or something like that. It's just scary or something. Oh, that's random, but I don't know. What's your current energies in Scorpios? Maybe you're not having fun. Maybe you're just not laughing. Okay, so you're confident. You know that something will work out. Okay. I don't, but still something is still missing. So you're confident about what you're doing. I feel like that's why you need to know incomplete is there. What's supposed to be funny or what would be enjoyable or funny here? Or will people like it? That's what I'm saying. What? Rules. Detached. Okay. Okay, now if we're detached emotionally, then I guess that could be why something is not fun or enjoyable or funny. Okay. Let's see, Scorpio. We might have to break your reading down a little differently than others. What are you doing in self-assured really quick? So this is what you're doing in self-assured. You're holding on to something. Okay, you're doing this because you are confident that whatever you're trying to do will work. Yeah, what's missing is humor. Here it is right here. The strength, 6 of cups, 10 of cups, and then the 5 of cups. Maybe you're withholding something. You're holding on. You're restraining yourself. Maybe you're not able, like you're not having fun or something. I feel like too, the outcome of what you're going to do is sad. Is I don't know if you're trying to be funny. What? Wait, hold on. What's your intended outcome then, Scorpios? Because yeah, if you're trying to make somebody laugh, I don't know. I don't. What's your intended outcome by being the 4 of Pentacles? Because self-assured means like, yeah, this is going to work. Okay, the 9 of Pentacles. Maybe you want to do something solo. Maybe that's the intended outcome is to do something alone. Or so what's incomplete? Let's see. What energy would you be in with that? Yeah, the 9 of Swords. Okay, so look into something more. Like you actually need to think about something that's going on here. Now laughter can be like maybe you're just not enjoying yourself. You're always constantly trying to hold on to something. You're not. What should you be paying attention to? That could be the danger part. Like you're not paying attention to something. What should you be paying attention to or concerned about? Because like something's just not okay. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, the 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. Now, if this is you, you're just not having fun. You don't come off funny. You come off maybe mean, strict, or somebody around you is just not going to find it funny. Literally, I don't know if this has to do. We'll see what this has to deal with. Maybe it's work and something needs to be like strictly professional. What area of life is this, Scorpios? Because you're just like, no, this is mine. This is mine. Okay, what area of life is this? Solution. All right, well, I'm telling you the solution is that something is not completely done or It's just something's not done yet. Like if you have maybe you're working on something, but you need to look into it deeper. It's just not complete. It has to do with solution. What's the issue? What are we trying to solve? What's the issue? Yeah, community. I feel like it's not enough people or something, or maybe you don't like the people that you're around. You're trying to isolate yourself. What's the solution here in this case? So oh, okay, you're trying to hold back on money, or you're trying to save money here. And yours is similar to Virgo. I feel like your solution is to, you may have to spend money on something because it's like you're trying to hold on or save money. Now that could be within yourself, like you're just never having fun. Maybe you can afford something. Um Now if we're talking about solution, if we're talking about like a professional, like you have to pay that professional. It has nothing to do with, something's not about like humor. Okay, what do you need to pay for here? Because like you're trying to hold back on money. I don't know if you're trying to keep money away from somebody you think it's funny, or what do you need to pay for here? You got relocate, encouragement. Yeah, restraint and partnership. I feel like somebody does not want to work with you because you're not paying for something. I don't know if that's dating or working together, or that's a strange reading. All right, what's the outcome for you, Scorpios? Yeah, unexpected. What is this? You're trying to save money and you're not. Because this is the thing, you're self-assured, but there's still something missing. You're expecting something to go the way that it's supposed to go. It's not. However you're planning it, just make sure you look into like other rules, regulations, other information. Maybe you're trying to, I mean, I don't know what you're trying to do. I feel like you just think the solution is to save money. What else do you expect here? Because that's what I'm trying to get to the root of. Okay, ignore. Okay, so you think somebody's not going to notice that you're not paying for something? What? What's actually going to occur? You think like somebody's not going to notice that there's no money coming in, or yeah, blockage. This isn't going to work. Something's not going to be easy for you to do. Yeah, there's going to be obstacles. I feel like the obstacle is you have to pay for something. What else are you stopped from doing? You may not be allowed to do something because you didn't pay for something else. So I don't know what that could be, but you may not be allowed to do something. What are you stopped from doing? Like this is not going to work out if you don't look at all the details. Yeah, see, something, you think something's going to be easy, maybe with an Aries, or an Aries has something easy going for them with smooth sailing, but there's obstacles for you. This is not going to be that easy. Um, I feel like, yeah, that is the solution. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. All right. Gemini is next. Gemini is next. Oh my goodness. Let me let me get my cards together. Gemini. Last but not least. Gemini, y'all are typically last. It's very rare that I get Gemini first. All right, what energy should you be in, Geminis? What energy should you be in for yourself? Okay, controlling. All right, so you need to control something. All right, what do you need to have control over here? Interesting. Compassion. Okay, so hold back. Who do you... We got Taurus, Virgo. All right, partnership, and then perspective on time. All right, let's clarify. So you're trying to have compassion for somebody, but I feel like you should hold back on that. Who do you have compassion for here, Geminis? Oh, it could be the Scorpio. They came out as self-assured. So I feel like you have compassion for a Scorpio. I don't think you should. Um, just in this case, what are you doing out of compassion here? So this is just not a time to have compassion in this scenario. Now I will say, I don't know if this is like a love relationship, but this is another thing too that I would pay attention to. Because Scorpio has something that was incomplete, I'm not gonna lie, it looked like they was doing something a little shiesty with the Four of Pentacles. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they expect something to be ignored, and it's not gonna be ignored, it's gonna be noticeable. If you have compassion for this person, the issue was laughter was missing, right? So if you have compassion for them for too long, you may not be happy in the end, is kind of what I'm getting. But what are you doing out of compassion? Yep, I did Sag. It's up on my YouTube. Let's see, what are you doing out of compassion here, Geminis? You're ignoring something. So I feel like you're ignoring. So in the Scorpio reading, they expect somebody to ignore something. The reason you're ignoring something out of compassion for this individual. What are you ignoring here about this person? Or this situation? Damn. Oh, that was too many. That's like 4 cards. What are you ignoring about this individual? Interesting time. Either you're ignoring what somebody chooses to do with their time, or you're ignoring what somebody did in the past, or you're not paying enough attention to how much time you are spending with this person or on this person. Yeah, see, there it is, time and then manipulation and then rules. So it's almost like the more time you give somebody, they can shift it up or switch it up. So you need to hold back because you're too compassionate. What's the outcome of you being a little too, like, understanding here? Like, you're being too understanding, I feel like. You need to put somebody on a time constraint or something like that. So the outcome, you got community, Sagittarius, conflict, and observe, and golden opportunity. We told Sag to observe something earlier. So I don't know where you are, but let's see. Let's get 8 cards because this doesn't... I don't think you should have sympathy. I feel like you more so have sympathy. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Just depends. 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. There's a Sun. So somebody's gonna be able to find a solution. All right. I feel like too in this reading, it looks like something was not noticeable at first. Like, we do have you ignoring something, but I feel like in this case, this energy to me looks like somebody just does not know any better. All right, King of Wands, there's the energy. There's the 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Queen of Wands, and in the World. Yeah, I feel like literally me saying that, just me giving that reading is what's going to make you think like, wait, hold on. I'm being too compassionate. So I don't know if it's a relationship. You spent a lot of time in a relationship. Let's see what self-assured is doing in your reading really quick. Yeah, exactly. They have time to manipulate the rules. The Hierophant. So it's like somebody changes the rules up for everybody, or they make the rules fit them or something like that. Yeah, there's community. Somebody makes the rules fit them. And so it's like you're allowing them. Yeah, there they go on the Four of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. This is not funny. There it is, right? It's right there. Something's not funny what somebody is doing, or like they try to change the rules here. I think I picked up a card on accident. Two of Cups. There's the time. There's a Wheel of Fortune. Let's see. What should you be doing with your time, Gemini? Yeah, you got the Two of Wands and Seven of Cups. Literally a whole bunch of things. You need to emotionally detach from this. Seven of Cups and then the Eight of Cups. You're literally just waiting. So this could be a scenario too where, like, I don't know, you're like, oh, it's okay. It's all right. Just let them fix it, or that's okay. But it's like wasting your time or something. What's the outcome if you continue to ignore this, Geminis? So you got the Four of Wands, something just kind of, and then you got the Hermit. I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't know. It's like you're going to look back and wish you would have did something when you were younger, or you wish you would have did something sooner. What opportunity do you actually have? Because it's like you're not looking at it. And I'm going to see what Sag is. Yeah, literally. Use your time doing something else. Or you can get, like, say you were working with a company to get something done, and they're wasting your time and something doesn't make sense. Switch and go to another company. Like, say you're trying to get something manufactured. They're not answering you, things like that. Get a refund and go somewhere else. Or... because in this case, I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like, too, you just have compassion for whoever. Because if you need to control your compassion, it's like you almost can't help but to have sympathy for somebody. I feel like you just shouldn't. I feel like, too, that if somebody's in a situation, that is their doing. They're in that situation because that's... they put themselves there, is what I'm getting in this. Time to get somebody up out of there, all right? I don't know what you're doing. Get rid of this person. Let's see. What else is this person doing to waste your time? Helpful, flaunt, and take action. Somebody may also only be helping to show something off, or something is just not as helpful as you think. What would you be able to do if you do this on your own, or kind of control your compassion here? Irony. So something is going to be ironic. Because that's the thing. You think that... I don't know if you think they're helping you. They're not. Yeah, laughter. Something's not funny. That came out in the Scorpio reading. All right, well, what's the outcome for my Geminis? Bravery, liar, blockage, secret. All right. All right, y'all. If you're watching on TikTok, this is going to be up on YouTube. I'm going to timestamp it. All right, make sure y'all check out the decks and the digital products that I have in the store. And I'm finishing up the astrology book for you guys today. Maybe tomorrow, because I'm trying to make sure I'm as detailed as possible. But check out the digital products. They're cool. And I think I'm going to work on like a meditation journal as well. I don't know. My ideas have just been really flooding. If you guys have ideas, make sure y'all research them, work on them. Get those ideas running. All right, take action. Don't sit around and wait. Don't worry about it. Do some research and do it. And I'll be back. If y'all join as a member on my YouTube, you do get these 2 decks. All right, you can get that in the membership. You also get monthly questions. All right, so you get asked a question every month. If you don't want the deck, there's a lower tier. You don't need to buy the decks. It's 2 tiers. The $5.99 tier, you get the members only videos, so you get love and career readings and monthly questions. And then if you do the $29.99 deal, you'll get the 2 decks in the mail. Those members also will be getting other products too, as you know, I start to continue to develop things. Because I might do an astrology thing and tarot things and things like that. But definitely check those out. We got the astrology workbook to help you learn how to study the transits. So that's in the store as well. And the ebook will accompany that. But if you're already kind of familiar with your own stuff and you already know how to do it, and you don't need no ebook, you can definitely get the workbook. It's uploaded. And thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a good day. Again, TikTokers, find me on YouTube, same username. Y'all know where to book the readings. I'll never DM you for no reading. You can only get readings in my store, all right? All right, y'all. Bye. Ooh, if I can turn it off.